Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me? Let me know if any of you guys can hear me, and we will get right into it. Hello, Jacob. Nice to see you in chat. So we will be talking about the topic on my live stream is what did Sebastian and KP do a couple days before Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers disappeared? So, before we get started, Jacob, I'm gonna drop my StreamYard link down, so you can come up with me. Here you go. So, I couldn't find any videos of what Sebastian and his mom did a couple days before he went missing, but we are going to watch some videos. I found a video of the day before he went missing, and him and his mom were in Texas Roadhouse the day before he went missing.
Hello there, everyone.
Hello, Jacob.
Hello.
So I'm gonna share my screen. No. Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen. So here is here is hopefully it works. Okay, well that's not working, but
Seth, it's been more than a month since your son went missing.
just give me a quick second.
How are you feeling today?
Same as I was yesterday. Just continuing the search, continue looking. I'm not going to give up. Nobody can make me give up.
And where have you been searching? Where do you think he is?
I've been searching everywhere. I mean, anything out of that 5 mile radius that the initial search did, they covered everything there. But there's stuff elsewhere. I mean, we got a lot of territory to cover. And it being over a month, he could be anywhere currently. So I'm searching everywhere.
You, Katie, and Chris had a meeting with TBI today. Did you find out any new information?
And that is Sebastian's dad, Seth Rogers, the biological dad. So, he's done the most so far in searching for Sebastian. And he's been doing a lot of interviews with lots of channels.
Not that I can discuss.
Any progression that might
Hi,
show
Ryan.
hope?
Oh, I always have hope. Can't take that away from me.
And how confident are you that Sebastian is alive, and what do you think he's doing right now?
Pretty sure he's probably playing video games somewhere. Nobody's letting him, whoever's got him, they're not letting him see the regular news. They're not letting him surf the internet. Or else he'd know that I'm looking for him. And he'd know that he should actually be trying to get a hold of me. And that keeps me going.
Is there a strong reason to believe he may have been abducted?
I don't know if he's been abducted or if he's just, over at a friend's house. Never know. But I'll know when I find him. I'll know exactly what has happened to him.
And other news outlets were reporting that there were lights seen in the backyard that were caught on camera by a neighbor's video. Is that true?
No. What that was a trash truck. Went through, picked up trash, and when it left, of course, it went faster. It didn't have to stop to pick up trash. That's just false information provided by a particular person.
Did the dogs ever pick up a scent for Sebastian?
From my information that I've been given, no.
Did they find anything on Sebastian's cell phone that would, kind of show that he was going to run away or where he might be?
Not that I know of. He didn't have any internet access or anything on there. He'd have been able to call, text, take a picture, send a picture. Use the.
So the reason why he never had internet access on his the reason why he never had internet access on any of his electronics is because his mom, Katie Proudfoot, aka KP, and CP, Christopher Proudfoot, were strict about that. And that's one of the reasons why he had no internet connection on any of his devices.
That's about it.
Was Sebastian in school on Friday, the day before he went missing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you, Chris, or Katie, or any of you suspects in this case?
No, we're not.
Have you been cleared?
I don't know if the investigation is still ongoing. We wouldn't be cleared until the investigation is done. But currently, from my understanding, they don't have any information that would attach us to any wrongdoing.
CPS has gone to Katie's house before. You didn't know about that until this investigation. How does that make you feel?
That somebody somewhere dropped the ball because I was never informed. And I'm the biological father. I have joint physical custody. Somebody dropped the ball and didn't reach out and inform the father, which is me. And I don't understand why the state dropped the ball on that one.
And how did you find out about CPS?
Podcast.
And I mean, how does that concern you, especially with this case that they might have done something to cause him to run away?
I don't know what that really means, but I just know that I don't have all the information.
Is there an official timeline? And I know people, there was, we went to bed at this hour, but does TBI or anyone have an official timeline as to the
I'm
series?
pretty sure they do, but I'm not involved in the investigation, so I wouldn't have it.
Have the three of you been in contact every day like you were several weeks ago about this?
Was in contact with both Katie and Chris today, but I've heard he said his phone is open and available. Well, so is mine. You can leave a voicemail. Like 7 or 8 people have already left me voicemails today. I'm going. I get people calling me while I'm on the phone, and it's like I can't just sit there and answer the phone for everybody. If I did that, I probably wouldn't be able to get out of my house.
There's been a lot of criticism over this investigation. I'm sure you've received criticism as well as the Proudfoots. How does that make you feel in a time where you're just trying to find your son?
People are being that goes back to those keyboard warriors I talked about on the first interview that you and I had. They're still at it. They'll never stop. There's cowards in this world, and then there's people who are go-getters. My feet, they're on the ground. They're never going to leave the ground. I'm going to find my son. Period.
And plans, today on moving forward, any more resources being used on this investigation or anything you have to say about that?
The United Cajun Navy is currently sitting down there right now at 90 Volunteer Drive in Hendersonville. 10:30. That's when volunteers need to show up. 10:30. Show up, have your ID, sign the paperwork, and they send people out in teams. When you show up, there ain't nobody there except for a couple people. That's because they've already sent teams out. They're just going to keep sending teams out until we find my son.
Have there been a lot of volunteers coming out to help find Sebastian?
Today there was, and I want to thank everybody who did come out. We're seeing an increase, and we're going to continue to see an increase. I'd like the whole state of Tennessee to volunteer, and then we'll hit other states.
And you're Sebastian's father. Tell me, what is Sebastian like?
He's a unique child. All right. It's really hard to describe my son. I mean, besides being unique, whether he's up to no good or he's up to good, he's just got that uniqueness about him. It's really hard to describe. I mean, he's my mini me. If he has a goal, he's going to accomplish that goal. People at school, they liked him. All the kids are wanting to know when he's going to come back. They want to help and volunteer. Teachers they're putting out.
The weird thing about this case is that a couple days before he went missing, Sebastian and his mom had went to BJ's and went bowling, and Sebastian's mom said that before Sebastian went missing, that Sebastian was happy and there was no arguments or anything like that. So that is the weird part about this case, is that when he went missing and his mom brought all of that up, it just seems very fishy.
prayers every day. You know, everybody, it's coming up. It's Easter. I'm hoping for an Easter miracle. You know, I could definitely use it in my life right now.
And why did they search the landfill?
I have no idea. They didn't, not part of the investigation. They're not going to tell me stuff. I am emotionally attached, as any parent should be.
And how often do you meet with TBI?
If I call them all the time. Call, text, hey, any new news? They either let me know or they let me know.
Are you happy with the work that all these agencies have done, or do you think there needs to be more?
There could probably always be more.
Hi,
We
Gigi.
just got to figure out what more is necessary.
Good to see you.
Am I happy with them?
Hi, Gigi.
Not unhappy. You asked me that after my son's back, and it's going to be, I'm happy. All right, because in law enforcement, it's always goal oriented. You know, go to work, put a smile on your face, get the job done. I know that they're putting their effort, 150% effort into this, and I appreciate that, and I'm hoping it will pay off with fruition.
Do you think Katie and Chris are suspects?
I have no idea.
Sebastian's been missing for more than a month now. What keeps you getting up every morning, going out and searching for him?
Being a dad, having perseverance, wanting him to come home, wanting to watch him finish growing up.
Do you wear this every day? Talk to me about this shirt.
This right here is my own billboard to find my son. People notice people.
Hi, Gigi.
People
Really,
notice what people
Jacob?
are wearing.
Uh,
I am a walking handout. I have these in my car.
How do you select that photo? It's so cute.
Because it's cute. It's got a smile. It's the last picture I took of him.
oh,
So I'm gonna find the video of Sebastian at Texas Roadhouse. What is height?
Welcome back. This morning, we're shining the spotlight on the search for Sebastian Rogers and the last known video of him before he disappeared. Security cameras caught Sebastian eating dinner with his mother at a Texas Roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee, the day before he vanished. His mother was seen taking photos of him and then sending them to somebody. Now, looking at this video, it's kind of hard to believe he hasn't been seen since then, but that is the case. Sebastian vanished from his mother's home on February 26th. His father says he still has hope he'll be found.
The goal is still the same. Find Sebastian. He needs to be found and brought home to a home that loves him.
Sebastian's 16th birthday was last weekend, and police say that they're still actively investigating this case, and they're not deeming it a cold case as of now. I have a special guest I want to welcome onto the program now. You know her and love her, retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindeffer. She also, by the way, has her own brand new YouTube show called Break the Case. It is awesome. Be sure to check it out. Jennifer, good morning to you. You were one of the first people to follow this case. I love following you on Twitter, and I remember seeing you were doing the missing person tweets, as you always do, and have continued to follow every single development. Looking at this, as it is hard to not have emotion in it because your heart just breaks for this family, this teenager. Where do you think the investigation is likely to go from here? Does it go anywhere?
Well, Julie, looking at this tape, and I've had it for so long, I just didn't release it until it was released by others. But essentially what I was looking for were the reactions of the mom, of course, Sebastian's actions. One of the things, a couple of things I noticed is his eating style, I thought was very interesting. It was like he hadn't been fed in a week. I'm not saying he hadn't been fed in a week. I'm just saying the way he eats was very, aggressive. He was just constantly eating. What I also noticed from the mother was her staring around, looking around, almost like she was on surveillance for someone. In addition, she was on her phone such a large percentage of the time, seemingly not really engaged with Sebastian. These were just a couple of takeaways. Julie, I also looked at the people around. Was anybody watching them? And there's other film footage that I've personally viewed that might give some credence to somebody else watching them.
That's interesting. That's really interesting, Jen. And thank you for pointing that out, because as I'm watching it, and look, I'm not an investigator as you are, that was the first thing that jumped out was her head's going every which way. She's sitting there with her son, and like you said, she's not engaging him. And just to kind of back up and reiterate, to digest this more, in what you've seen other people looking at them too. Did it seem like they were trying to find each other? Like, is she looking for someone, I wonder? What do you think, Jennifer?
Well, yes, in other footage that I've seen, I haven't released it. It's not for me to release. But I think that there may be some questions now regarding somebody possibly looking at them. Certainly not acting
Jennifer
appropriate.
was pointing out the
and
obvious.
I'm sure that will be released soon. And when you put it in conjunction with how Katie Proudfoot is acting, it just adds up to something that doesn't make a lot of logical sense.
Sure. Jennifer, this has me wondering, did he even go back to the house? Do we have any confirmation that he ever made it back to the house? Because he's said to have, he's reported missing from the house, supposedly in the middle of the night, wanders off. And now I'm just wondering about that. I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, please.
Well, I think, unfortunately, we're so reliant on what Katie Proudfoot has to say. She's the last person to see him. She's the only one with him. She's the one that makes the report. We're so reliant on that. And I've also found it very interesting, that she works for a video recording company, and meaning, home security type company. And yet we have no home security footage, at least that we know of Sebastian Rogers coming, going. There's, very little, let me say. And I've always found that very much to be an oxymoron, Julie.
Sure. And we know that Sebastian had special needs. We know that he was living with autism and needed some extra care in the home. A great point you just made, Jennifer. Perhaps it would be helpful even to have more eyes on him throughout more times of the day if he's not in your direct line of sight. So do you know if they even had any video cameras established in the home at all?
I think there were video cameras established outside the home. As far as inside the home, I have not read or heard any legitimate, data regarding that. But again, this just makes little sense to me regarding the fact that he had autism. I understand he wasn't a wanderer per se, but this is something that persists with people that are on the spectrum. We see it every week, somebody leaving their home and sadly being found in a body of water. And so if you have those utilities available to you, why wouldn't you utilize them?
Exactly. Great points from you, as always. Jennifer Coffindeffer, we'd love to continue the conversation with you about this. That's all the time we have for today. But my friends at home, do yourself a favor. Follow Jen on Twitter. Follow her show on YouTube. Check it out. You will love it. Such great interviews and insight always. Jennifer Coffindeffer, until next time, have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for your time this morning.
So the weird thing is, like, that's the night before Sebastian disappeared. And the other thing that blows my mind is that him and his mom, after they were done eating, they had left Texas Roadhouse. What blows my mind is I'll be sharing more, I'll be doing more, I'll be showing some more footage tomorrow as well. What blows my mind is how long it took for Katie to arrive back home with Sebastian. I can't remember roughly how long it took from leaving Texas Roadhouse for her to get home with Sebastian. If Sebastian even made it home. I have to find out how long it took. Yeah, exactly. And did he even come home? That's the strange part. There's gonna be a lot of there's gonna be a lot of videos that I'll be showing. I think an hour and a half, wasn't it? I mean, I could be wrong, but like I said, I will be sharing more tomorrow. But what is everyone's take on this so far? Especially for the new people that haven't really heard about Sebastian's case. Okay, yeah. See, that's the thing. And if it's a shorter distance, it shouldn't have taken 30 minutes to 27 minutes to get back home. So, in my opinion, maybe she met someone on the way. And dropped him off somewhere with someone that she met on the way, or like something. Like, you don't just go poof right out of thin air. Oh, okay, Gigi. You have the notes somewhere? Okay. Well, I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna do some more digging around and um see if I can find out what time, what when they left Texas Roadhouse, and then how long it took for them to get back home. I'm gonna look into that in a bit here, but it's all strange. And still, 2 years later, just in a few days, it will be 2 years since Sebastian has been missing. And I just hope there can be, I just hope soon there will be some sort of evidence of where he is, or like any sort of evidence. I just hope they can, LE and FBI and every one of them, I just hope they can find something. I mean, I don't even know if the parents are cleared or not. I don't know if KP or CP or Seth are cleared yet. And I don't believe Seth had anything to do with the disappearance of Sebastian. I believe, in my opinion, it has to do with, oh, no one's see? And LE and FBI and all those people are not doing anything about it. They're taking their slow ass time. I'm pretty sure, though, in my opinion, I think KP and CP planned the disappearance of Sebastian going missing. I think they had this all planned. Here, I'm gonna bring some more videos up.
All right, I am Eric Craddock, ERIC-CRADDOCK, and I'm the Chief Deputy at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. I'm joined today by Susan Nyland, SUSAN-NILAND, of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. She's the PI. I also have with me Sumner County Emergency Management Director Ken Widener, KENWEIDNER. You guys ready? All right. Morning. I'm I'm Eric Craddock with Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and we're going to come to you today with an update on the Sebastian Rogers case. Sebastian has been missing since late February. The investigation remains ongoing with steadfast support from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, and many other local and federal resources.
Hello.
We are exploring every lead that comes in and every tip that comes in. As I said before, the investigation remains ongoing. The entire community is deeply saddened by what has occurred. We're all extremely concerned for Sebastian's welfare. I want to encourage the community to stay vigilant, to report anything that they think may be of some significance to the investigation, no matter how minute it may appear to be to you. Please call 1-800-TBI-FIND with any tips, or the Sumner County Emergency Communications Center at 615-451-3838. We understand the anxiety and the concern that this case has caused in the community. We too share the anxiety and concern for Sebastian. I want to reiterate that we are doing everything we can to find Sebastian and bring him home. Despite the passage of time, the commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. I said this when we scaled the search back. Our commitment to finding Sebastian remains.
Yes.
We will continue to investigate every possible lead that comes in. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office wants to express our gratitude to the community and the many individuals.
Yes,
who have
CPS
helped in the search,
did get
who have
involved.
called in tips.
Yep.
The many
You're
individuals
right.
who have printed flyers and kept Sebastian's face in the news. Nothing would make me happier than to wake up tomorrow morning with a tip that cracks this case wide open and we find Sebastian and bring him home. At this time, I'll turn it over to Susan Allen from the TBI.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for being here. We know how invested everybody is in the search for Sebastian, in finding out what happened to him and bringing him home. And we want to let everybody know he has not been forgotten. Nobody's forgotten about him. Nobody has given up looking for him. At the beginning of this investigation, there was a large land search for him. It was very visible. There were also waterways, lakes, ponds that were searched. There were aerial searches with helicopters and drones and fixed wing planes. They were done at night. They were done on weekends. They were done during the day. That was very visible, and it was something everybody was able to see. But we want to let you know that even though there is not that high visibility in investigating this case, that we are not done. It's gone back to what could be considered good old-fashioned police work. Interviewing individuals, re-interviewing individuals, checking out leads, rechecking leads. We have been working with other law enforcement agencies who have had, in other jurisdictions, who have perhaps had some complex cases of their own that they have worked on to get tips from them. We have had, this day of technology with everyone having cell phones and doorbells and ring bells and surveillance cameras. That, as you can imagine, has been a bit of a chore to be able to collect all those and then review them. It's important so we know what's out there. We have been reviewing that, reviewing it again. We have had other agencies involved. The FBI has been helpful in that. Secret Service has also been helpful in that. So we are just trying to do whatever we can to advance the investigation. It has not gone to a place where anybody has forgotten about him or is not pursuing this. The parents have been cooperative throughout. At the beginning of the investigation, they have pretty much done whatever law enforcement has asked of them. At this point, we don't have any evidence. There is not any kind of an indication that there is a criminal element involved. But we are keeping options open. We don't know what has happened. We don't know where Sebastian is right now. So we are.
And if this would be greatly appreciated, but I'm not expecting anything. It would help out, but I am not expecting anything. I'm going to drop my PayPal link in the chat. If anyone wants to donate, they can. But it's not expected at all. And I'm also going to grab my other link to my Hangout channel. There you go. So if there's anyone that hasn't subscribed to my Hangout channel as well, there it is in the chat. And my PayPal link, again, nothing is expected. What do you mean, Liz? When was that update? Oh, this was a couple days. Let me check. This update was Sebastian Rogers press conference 4/2/24. So it was in 2024, 2 years ago. So he went missing in February. Of 2024. So January, February, March. So this press conference was held in April of 2024.
Are pursuing any and all avenues. We do
No,
want to
not yet.
caution some, there are some social media elements out there who purport to have information that is direct from the investigation. I just want to reiterate that that is not the case. Some of the information that is being provided on some of the social media channels is inaccurate, incomplete. We don't want this to damage the investigation. So we would just caution anyone who is following the case to just use some caution as to what you see and what you believe. It's caused a bit of a distraction because a lot of what has been out there in some of the social media channels has been rumors and speculations and theories, and some of that has been advanced and people have caught a hold of it as if it's what's really happening. That has resulted in us getting information that is either, like I said, distracting. It's taking away time and effort from what the agencies need to be doing as far as looking for Sebastian. We have had so far, as of this morning, 314 tips that have come in through the tip line. It's been mentioned, but I'll say it again. It's 1-800-TBI-FIND. We are also taking tips through email, which is tips to TBI, TBI, at tbi.tn.gov. What's next? We want people, as Chief Deputy said, to continue to remain vigilant, get Sebastian's picture out there, continue to share his picture, his information. Now that it's getting to be nicer, well, not today with the weather, but now that the weather has turned warmer, people may be more inclined to be in their yards. If you go out and see anything that looks different, let us know.
Law enforcement
perhaps a teenager could have hidden.
It's taking them a long time.
If you have a large amount of property in the area or something that has any kind of holes or unstable footing or ledges where a teen could have gone to hide or to play, and you don't feel comfortable checking it out, let us know. We'll get somebody from law enforcement to go out there with you or to check it out themselves. We just want to make sure that every stone is unturned, that there's no stone left unturned, that we want people to make sure that we are looking everywhere we can. We do want to continue to get the tips, but please make it, don't provide information that you might have seen through social media channels. If you have information about Sebastian, about conversations you might have had with him, things he likes to do, places he liked to go, any people he may have mentioned that are in his life, that could be helpful in finding out maybe what he was interested in. Finally, we want to thank the community. We want to thank the media. You guys have been really good about keeping his name in the public's eye. That's really important. And thank you for your diligence in providing that information out there. And as Chief Deputy said, we also want to thank the community. From the very first day, everybody has really been all in as far as whatever they can do to help in the search, to help pass information on, providing water for the teams that were out conducting the ground searches. So thank you again to everybody. I'm going to pass it back to Eric Credit.
The weather is rolling in. We've got time for some questions.
Exactly.
So, yes, ma'am.
I was a few minutes behind, so sorry if I missed this, but has
I agree with you, Liz.
at this point of foul play or anything of that nature?
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
So 5 weeks, and you guys covered so much ground, searching, going back, researching, checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed, not a trace of Sebastian anywhere, nothing found. No footprints, no video, nothing.
Nothing that is taken us to locate Sebastian.
And are there any working theories?
We come up with theories almost daily and try and investigate and make sure that we're doing everything we can to find Sebastian.
Share any of those?
No, sir.
2 questions, if I may. Have you ruled out Sebastian's mom and stepdad's involvement in this case? And as a follow-up, have you cleared their alibi?
I think the TBI said it best. They've been nothing but cooperative with law enforcement since day one of this investigation. There is no evidence to support foul play on the part of Sebastian's parents.
Is that moving to Memphis interfering at all with your investigation? Is it changing possibly the avenues of communication?
No, sir.
You mentioned when you were asked about recent evidence, we heard some rumors that you see has some validity, that there was glasses found within the past few days. Can you confirm that?
There were some glasses found in the past few days.
Or have you been able to identify that they were Sebastian?
We are still investigating.
And on the Cajun Navy, have you found their
No problem, Liz.
happening? Have you found their work helpful? Are you guys working in unison or a separate team?
The Cajun Navy is operating independently. They have not reached out to us.
Have you found their investigation? Or
Yeah, for the new people that haven't seen this
One of
case,
the things that I really appreciate that
I've decided to
keep Sebastian's face out there.
talk to
It's my hope that one day
talk
somebody
about
sees
it from the
something and calls in and
beginning.
this case breaks wide open and we find Sebastian.
They've claimed they've received threats. To your knowledge, have they filed any police reports or reports to the sheriff's department documenting any of these alleged threats?
No, sir.
Are we able to learn anything about what those threats are?
They would have to call the police and report them.
Where's the search go from here? It's been 5 weeks. There's been no signs. Do you believe he's still alive? And what are you guys going to continue working on?
My hope and prayer is that Sebastian is still alive. Yes. We're going to continue to work on this investigation, follow up every tip and lead that comes in. Some of this may revert back to us going over some things that we've already done for the 6th, 7th, or 8th time. A fresh set of eyes never hurt anything. We're going to continue to work to find Sebastian.
Has the story been changing at all as you've been talking with people, interviewing them for a second time possibly?
There is no evidence to support foul play.
Are there any active currently that you guys are pursuing?
We have tips called in daily.
Seem legitimate enough to expand law enforcement resources?
Regardless of their legitimacy, we're going to follow up on them.
Yeah, I don't know, Liz, but
I'm certain there
I'm
will.
thinking the same thing.
You met with the biological father and mother this past week. Is that at their request, your request? Is that just re-interviewing them again?
That was at the request of law enforcement. It's not uncommon to talk to the family in investigations like this. I've got time for one more question.
Just overall, how has this investigation impacted the morale at your department, especially with all the scrutiny coming online?
Let me put it to you like this. If my kid was missing, this is the team I'd want on it. The men and women of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, the FBI partners, the other local agencies, the Secret Service, everyone who's had a hand in this case is doing everything they can to find Sebastian. Morale's high. We are here and we are dedicated. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for keeping Sebastian in the public. Please continue to publicize this photo. Thank you all.
And then I think I'm going to play one more video.
Seth, it's been more than a month since your son went missing. How are you feeling?
I don't know if I showed this one. No, I showed this one already. Yep, you're right, Liz.
Seth Rogers. Mr. Rogers, thank you for being with us. Could you recount for us when you learned Sebastian is missing? I know it just seems completely surreal.
There's no words for it. I mean, when I found out that he was gone, I was just like, I headed over to Katie's house, see what was going on, and he's not here. I don't know where he's at. I've been looking for him every day. It's just.
Seth, what have
Little
you been
black
doing
bear.
to
Yes,
look for
I
him
will be
every day?
covering
And
Jack
I
and
know
Lily.
that to be true. You are looking for him every day. Guys, please look at Sebastian. This young boy is autistic. He may not, in a scared and emotional and lost
From
state,
Canada.
he may not even be able to tell someone who he is and where his home is. He is out there lost, and the Lord only knows where. Seth, what have you been doing to find Sebastian?
Been handing out flyers every day. I've been on some podcasts. I've done some face-to-face interviews on the news.
I want to go out to a very special guest. This is Sebastian's father joining us, Seth Rogers. Mr. Rogers, thank you for being with us. Could you recount for us when you learned Sebastian is missing? I know it just seems completely surreal.
There's no words for it. I mean, when I found out that he was gone, I was just like, I headed over to Katie's house, see what was going on, and he's not here. I don't know where he's at. I've been looking for him every day. It's just.
Seth, what have you been doing to look for him every day? And I know that to be true. You are looking for him every day. Guys, please look at Sebastian. This young boy is autistic. He may not, in a scared and emotional and lost state, he may not even be able to tell someone who he is and where his home is. He is out there lost, and the Lord only knows where. Seth, what have you been doing to find Sebastian?
Yes, Sebastian has been
Been
missing
handing
for
out
2 years.
flyers every day. I've been on some podcast. I've done some face-to-face interviews on the news. I'm just
I want to go out to a very special
February
guest. This is
26th will be 2 years.
Sebastian's father joining us, Seth Rogers. Mr. Rogers, thank you for being with us. Could you recount for us when you learned Sebastian is missing? I know it just seems completely surreal.
There's no words for it. I mean, when I found out that he was gone, I was just like, I headed over to Katie's house, see what was going on, and he's not here. I don't know where he's at. I've been looking for him every day. It's just
Seth, what have you been doing to look for him every day? And I know
either
that to be
that
true.
or
You are
they
looking for him every day. Guys, please look at
just a
Sebastian.
minute.
This young boy is autistic. He may not, in a scared and emotional and lost state, he may not even be able to tell someone who he is and where his home is. He is out there lost, and the Lord only knows where. Seth, what have you been doing to find Sebastian?
been handing out flyers every day. I've been on some podcast. I've done some face-to-face interviews on the news. I'm just
I want to go out to a very special guest. This is Sebastian's father, George.
What I think is I have a feeling that if he got put somewhere, in my opinion, I think he got put with CP's parents. Oh, SpongeBob. Oh, that's my friend Jacob. Isn't that right, Jacob? Jacob, turn on your camera.
Okay, hold on. Hello. I should probably fix that name.
You think? I think KP and CP did not want to pay Seth adult disabled support for Sebastian. It's lifelong in some cases, so he had to disappear. That could be true, Liz. You never know. It very well could be possible. Like anything at this point, we don't know.
Hello, Liz.
At this point, anything could be possible. Yeah, in my opinion as well, I'm pretty sure it is going to become a cold case, which I don't want. I don't want it to become a cold case, but at this point, once the 2-year mark hits on February 26th, I do have a feeling it will become a cold case because they can't have it as an Amber Alert or other alerts very much longer. Not with how long. Yes, Liz, you're right. I agree with you. Yeah, very well. Could be. They probably could have put him in a group home, and then they probably told the staff at the group home not to say anything. That very well could be true. Considering the fact that CP said that, yeah, CP said that Sebastian will need a lot of mental health help when he comes back home at 18. Which means, in my opinion, and allegedly, that CP and KP have something very well, may have something to do with this. Which is sad. But yeah, you never know. All we can do is have our opinions and have feelings about this and share our thoughts on where he could possibly be. Yes. Liz, you are right. You have a very good point there. Also, I'm gonna drop my link back in the chat. Again, nothing is expected, but it would be it's very much appreciated. My PayPal link is in the chat. If anyone can help out, that would be awesome, but it's nothing is expected at all. I'm just glad to have all my supporters here, and I'm very happy with all my subscribers here. And I'm happy with my channel so far, and I appreciate all of my mods. And also, here is my channel that I will be using for my Hangout. Here's my Hangout channel that we will be doing Hangout live streams on. So if you can, even share my link, even tell people about my channel if you guys can. If you guys know anyone, if you guys know anyone to help grow my channel, bring people over to my channel, and anything will help. And for everyone who's watching and either who's in the bushes or in chat, please click the thumbs up on your way in or on your way out. It doesn't matter. But I'm just happy that I have subscribers that have came to watch today. I appreciate everyone. No problem, Liz. I appreciate you coming to my channel. And for anyone for people who do not know Lolly's channel, I'm going to drop her link in the chat. So people who do not know Lolly, please consider subscribing to her channel as well. She is a very awesome person. She's sweet. She has a very good channel as well, like an excellent channel. So please consider subscribing to that as well.
Yes, because they can, because they're saying technically there's no.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Thank you and good night. And
Good night.
Until then, everyone, I'm gonna say peace. Have a good night.
Thank you for having me on panel, DJ. You're the best.
You're welcome. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Peace.